We cannot reiterate enough that the life-threatening flooding is only expected to worsen in the coming days. The elderly, especially those who cannot move by themselves, are among the most vulnerable. And before the break, we showed you this unbelievable picture. This was taken in a nursing home in Galveston County early today. The residents there sitting up to their waists or even their chests in floodwaters. Now, we learned around noon today they were all rescued, but not before the owner snapped this photo, sent it to her daughter, desperate for help. And the owner's daughter, Kimberly McIntosh, is joining us live right now on the phone. Kimberly, I can only imagine what was going through your mind when you saw that picture.
Yeah, I almost couldn't believe it was real as well. And my mother sent it to me. I was just texting her thinking everything was fine. I had spoken with her the day before. And she said, they were told to shelter in place. And, I don't think anybody thought there would be a problem because they hadn't flooded before or anything. So when I texted her in the morning to check in and she responded with those photos, I was totally shocked. And at that point, didn't really know what to do. So I asked her what I could do to help her. And she just said they were waiting on the National Guard. And if we could contact anybody to help them, then to do it. So, and then her phone went dead. I mean, I no more texts. And so we were so upset thinking that, they were in imminent danger. So that's when we decided we were calling emergency management. We were, deciding what to do. And that's when we decided to go ahead and tweet the photo to try to get as much attention, maybe find somebody who lived near them to get there with a boat.
I have to say, when we saw this picture on social media, a lot of us said, is this real? Because it looks fake. I mean, you just would never imagine seeing something like this.
No, I thought it was, it was my mom, but I recognized the popcorn machine in the photo for sure because she uses that. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was of the same opinion when I saw it. But I knew she was desperate. That everyone there is her family. I mean, she spends more time with them than she does with her kids and grandkids. She loves everyone there. And, she spent the last night with them there at the house rather than go home just to make sure everybody was safe. And she has a disaster plan in place. She had it in place. I spoke with her days before. They told her to shelter in place. That's what they did.
I know a lot of people who are watching this right now are just relieved that everybody there made it out okay, that they were rescued. But take me behind the scenes and the emotion that you were feeling from hearing what was happening on the other end of the conversation with your mom. Walk me through what that emotion was like, what they were doing prior to the rescuers getting there.
Like I said, it was a quick text just to her in the morning, just what's up, just thinking everything she was going to tell me. Maybe the power was out or something like that. And then to get those pictures in response, and she was very brief in what she was saying, but that she needed help. And at that point, we just had to take it upon ourselves to try to do whatever to save them because she said the water was rising. That was the last thing I heard. So my thought at that point was they're going to be dead within hours. So at that point, we tried calling, emergency management. We tried everything. We were really grateful because the Galveston County Emergency Management office took our call. And we told them we couldn't call 911. We were in Tampa. We needed them to help, that they were in imminent danger. And they were very good. We were able to call them back then. We finally got through, and they gave us updates at that point. So we were very grateful to the National Guard and to the Galveston Office of Emergency Management for helping us out because we were totally stressed out trying to make sure they got help. Because there were reports on the Twitter that they had gotten help. But we did not confirm that until, hours later.
Now, have you been in touch with your mom since they were rescued?
Just my stepfather. He texted me to let us know that he was in the back of the National Guard truck and they were fine. And I know there were a total of 15 residents and 11 of them went to area hospitals and everybody is okay. So that was our big relief. And once we knew that, then we felt 10 times, 100,000 times better. It's a helpless feeling being in Florida and not being able to help when we know that people were, people could have easily died.
And just again to reiterate that we did speak with the local public information officer there for the Department of Emergency Management, who confirmed that all of those residents made it out and made it to a hospital in the Galveston area. Kimberly McIntosh, we know the worst is still yet to come for a lot of the folks in that region, and our prayers and thoughts are with you all, wishing you the best. Thank you for spending some time with us and for doing what you could to help to get those people help by putting it on social media. That is the bright spot, certainly, with social media being available. Thank you.
We're very grateful for all the help that we received and that everyone got out safely.
No doubt about it. Again, Kimberly, thanks. Now, FEMA says it is gearing up for a years-long effort to help Texas in the wake of the damage from Harvey. FEMA Administrator Brock Long says while the immediate focus is still on rescuing people on the aftermath of this storm, the agency has pledged a long-term effort to help the state recover. Listen.
FEMA is going to be there for years, sir. This disaster recovery, this disaster is going to be a landmark event, and we're already in the stages. While we're focused on response right now and helping Texas, respond, we're already pushing forward recovery housing teams. We're already pushing forward forces to be on the ground to implement National Flood Insurance Program policies as well, and doing the inspections that we need. So we're setting up and gearing up for the next couple years.
We've learned nearly 5,000 people from the federal government are on site in Texas and Louisiana as well right now, including the Coast Guard, which has been conducting hundreds of search and rescue operations. I want to head right out to our Brian Todd, who in fact is witnessing a rescue operation as we speak. Brian, walk us through what you're seeing and what's happening there.
Well, as you can see, some dogs have just been rescued here. We were told that some of these boats, these are private rescuers who went to the Omni Hotel, that building over there where people are stranded. We're told between 60 and 80 people there are stranded. They just pulled some of these people out. Come on over here, Brittany. This is Brittany Hayes. She was staying at the Omni Hotel. They just came and got you.
Yeah.
What are the conditions like inside that hotel?
There's no power. It's flooded to the second floor. It took this morning about probably 6 a.m. The hotel lobby started to fill up. They started bringing all the kitchen stuff up, brought to the second level, and that was about it. And
are they trying to get people to upper floors until they get rescued?
Yeah, upper floors, and there's no power. There's fumes in there because of the diesel from one of the generators was powered by diesel, and so the fumes from the diesel is fuming up, and so it smells awful.
Is there anyone injured? Anyone in bad shape?
No one's in bad shape. No one's injured. People are just come get us.
What's the sense in there as far as, is the hotel staff kind of trying to calm people down?
The hotel staff is calming people down. They gave us as much water as they could. They're trying to keep us calm, but there's definitely people there.
Stay with me 1 second, Brittany. I'm going to narrate here as these guys have come in about every 10 or 15 minutes, and then they're going back over to the Omni to pull people out. I was told there's a neighborhood behind the Omni where people might also need some rescuing. But these are, again, private rescuers who are just deploying their own boats, and they're about to push off again, this group here. And they've just told us they've got a lot of work to do to try to pull people out of there. Brittany, you told me you're from L.A.
I'm from L.A.
So what are your impressions of Houston?
I probably won't be back anytime soon, but everyone's so nice. That's what's refreshing. It's just people care, and they're coming to help, and it's they're you're gonna be okay. So
now, again, with the hotel, have they told you that they're going to try to put you guys somewhere else?
They're gonna take us to the other Omni, I guess, so that has power, so power and everything. So that's where they're taking us now.
And again, I think I started to ask you this, and we just wanted to kind of get the shot of these guys going out again. The sense inside the hotel, are people panicking, or is the hotel kind of calming people down?
I mean, the hotel staff, they're awesome. They're trying to calm us down. But I mean, it's horrible in there. It's scary. It's no one should stay the night there. No one should. Everyone needs to be out of there for sure.
Brittany, good luck on the rest of your trip. Good luck at the new hotel where you're going to be staying. Thanks for talking to us. All right. Well, you could see from her explanation here that there's some people there that need to be pulled out. We're going to kind of stay here. We may try to get over there with some of these rescuers in a boat. to see what the conditions are in there. We asked them earlier. They said they couldn't take us. They've got to obviously save space for some people. So we may just talk to people as they're coming off the boats. Back to you guys.
Well, hard to believe that a hotel, we know those are usually so tall that they have to be evacuated as well. Brian, Todd, great work. And do keep us posted on what you're hearing on the ground there from the folks who are affected. We appreciate it. And worth noting, we just got a note from officials in Galveston County. And to Brian and Ed's point that we're witnessing these volunteers coming with their own boats, helping out with these rescues. Emergency officials actually put out the call again on social media to ask people if they had boats and were able to come with their boats and with some gas and try to aid in the rescue operations. They were encouraged to do so. And so far, we're told 25 to 35 private boat owners, in fact, showed up to assist officials. That's just in Galveston County. Some more images, and you can see how deep the floodwaters are in Houston. And Tom Sater, our meteorologist, saying they're not even halfway through this flood event yet. Much more rain is expected. We're going to stay on top of this. Up next, the latest on Houston's airports and how flooding is impacting both inbound and outbound flights. Stay with us live in the CNN Newsroom. We're back after this.